decisions at key moments and then knowing the impact. That's the magic. Sage and our finance faster decisions. The TD Grand Slam contest is back. Here's what's up for grabs this season. You could win premium tickets for 4 to 3 Blue Jays home games.
Hey, Michael J here. How you guys doing? Haven't been on for a while, but we're going to do something different right now. We're going to talk about wargaming, and then we'll do a game. So let's just go to the main screen. The main screen. Should be on it now. Yeah, we're on it now. Okay, now you can see her. Now you can see her. That's that there. Okay, so that'll hopefully update. It's updating there. Facebook's a little slow. Okay, so Lesta seized bogus charges to steal the company. So this is Flammer. This was 3 weeks ago, and I ran across this recently, and I meant to do this, but didn't get around to it, doing other things. So apparently the Russian government moved to seize Lesta Studios and their assets. Head CEO with extremism charges, all based on actions WG has taken after they split up. Now, this, furthermore, Flamou says this naturally makes no sense, but that hasn't stopped them before. Now, if you know, it's originally was a Belarus company. Then, because of the Russian war, things friggin' had to change. So let's see what he's got to say here.
Well, a slight bit of backstory for those who aren't aware. People keep asking, what is Lesta? Well, Lesta is a game studio that was owned by Wargaming from 2011 to 2022. And they were the ones that basically did all the developing of World of Warships and World of Tanks. And that's also the reason why, well, basically, they split in 2022 because Russia invaded Ukraine, and Wargaming cut all ties with them. I think it might have been in March 2022. They cut all ties with them. That's the reason why World of Warships by Wargaming is called World of Warships, whereas Lesta's version is called World of Ships. And that's also why, for example, World of Warships hasn't really developed at all since then. Like, the game has basically stood still for 3.
Yeah, so that's an important thing that you need to understand. So World of Ships is the original developers of the game. That's Lesta. And Wargaming is the spin-off working out of Serbia and that. And it's called World of Warships.
3 years straight, whereas Lesta's version has developed in terms of technology, UI, new maps, new graphics, new mechanics. Like, basically, there's a reason why that game develops and Wargaming's client stands still, because, well, Wargaming hasn't really bothered to hire new developers. They've just been repackaging all premiums. So now we know what Lesta Studios is, and now we know what Wargaming's World of Warships is. They didn't work on tanks. True, they kind of did work on tanks as well. They did work on tanks as well, but they basically cut. They were much more spread out in World of Tanks, whereas in World of Warships, basically the people that did all the coding for the game were in Russia. Regardless, they split in 2022, and that you'd think that would be the end of it. But there's been this came out a few days ago, but I've been kind of waiting for more information. But basically, Lesta Games has been seized. The assets of the company has been seized by court order. So that means Lesta Games, which develops and operates World of Tanks and World of Ships, have been seized following a lawsuit from the Prosecutor General's office. And the guys at RBC, let's see. Here we go. Here is an article from their site. Google translated. The legal entities of the Russian studio Lista Igri, which manages the World of Tanks and World of Ships, has been arrested following a lawsuit filed by the Prosecutor General's office. And
hold on a second here. Not so fast, buddy. Okay. So the legal entities of the Russian studio, Lesta, which manages World of Tanks and World of Ships, have been arrested following a lawsuit. Friggin' Ruskies. Friggin' Putin. Oligarch. They're friggin' unbelievable what they do. Friggin' war crimes and everything else. Criminals. Absolute friggin' criminals.
Which manages the World of Tanks and World of Ships, has been arrested following a lawsuit filed by the Prosecutor General's office. And they seized 3 main legal entities of the Russian game. So they fought Lesta Games Moscow, and the Lesta Games Agency were all taken. The Lesta themselves has said on their Telegram channel that they're aware of the situation and the problem is being resolved, and the company operates in full compliance with the legislation of the Russian Federation and the Republic of Belarus, so we have no reason to have any concerns or conceal information. We have not violated anything and we have nothing to fear. And they're complying entirely and yada yada yada. Now, this doesn't really go into it, but the reason why they've been seized, or well, the excuse the Russian government is using to seize them, this doesn't really go into it. Yeah, they don't really mention it here. The reasoning that they use to justify going into it, we can find it on a different site here, and the reasoning for this is here. The Prosecutor's General's office believes that Kisly and Katazev, which are basically the Lesta owners, are part of an association that carries out extremist activities.
No, really,
The plaintiff attached to
Sound
the
like the
lawsuit
Russian
publications
government.
with the headlines, the most military game, these are what they've attached to the lawsuits, these headlines. The most military game, World of Tanks against Russia's special operation, and how wargaming survived 25 years and dealt with the war in Ukraine. And finally, Wargaming launched a charity project with Ukrainian content in games to raise money for ambulances. Now, what they're actually doing here is they're taking things that Wargaming has done since Lesta and Wargaming split up in 2022. So they're taking things Wargaming are doing in the West after they are 2 separate companies, and they're blaming it on Lesta. So obviously, in any real court in the world, this would never fly. Like, the Wargaming supporting Ukraine and stuff, we should have no impact on what Lesta is doing. But you gotta understand that this is the mafia state that is known as Russia, so it doesn't
that is right. The Ruskies do what they want.
These are basically made up, trumped up charges, that this is complete bullshit. They're using this as a justification to seize it. And the question is, why would they do such a thing? Well, probably.
Now, to give you an idea how corrupt the Russian state is, a few years back, going through a situation, I knew some people, and anyways, they were mentioned on the minutes of the Duma. The Duma is just kind of like Congress in the United States, only it's the Congress for Russia. So they in the Duma, they named Kuznetsov special investigator to probe corruption in the Duma. So here's the thing. Kuznetsov was finding out all sorts of things that's going on that we know about. And then they all of a sudden, okay, crap, he's going to find us all out. And so what they do is they trump up fraud charges on him. Trump. No Trump intended. So they trump up these fraud charges, send him to the friggin' Siberia for 9 years. But, you know, if the guy lives after that, they do another 9 years. But this is what they do. Just full stop. That's the way they operate.
Leicester Games Agency LLC, which directly runs the company's gaming business, reported a 29.4 year-on-year revenue increase for 2024 to 24.8 rubles, while net profit decreased by 57.5 to 6.4 billion. Leicester LLC's revenue for the same period amounted to 5.9 billion, up 29.2%. So they're making a lot of fucking money. They're making money. And some oligarch, some guy high up, wants to take control of this company. They want to have control of this entire thing, so they can make some big fucking cash on it. So what they're doing is they're basically putting these trumped up charges to try to give this probably to some friend of the company and so forth. So it's complete bullshit, and the entire thing should be thrown out, but now apparently it is an issue. So they're moving to seize the entire company and its assets by tying it to an unrelated company, and they're hitting the CEO with extremism charges, which is probably a worst case scenario for him. This is really fucked up for the CEO, because being called an extremist in Russia in the current state means you're really fucked. Leicester has protested and stated they have nothing to do and are in full compliance with Russian law, but honestly, we don't know how it'll work, but...
Yeah, they may be doing banking in Cyprus, but, Russia, they just send operatives. Look at, they put proxies in Romania so that they can take over the government in Romania, so that Don Trump Jr. and Kushner can develop there. They've had a proxy in Serbia for the last 13 years, and they just got caught with a defense building project that Kushner and Trump Jr. were supposed to develop. So, all sorts of monkey business going on around the world.
Most likely, it's unlikely to matter much. In any other court, it would get tossed out, but again, this is modern Russia, a mafia state. In total, they made 194 million USD in profit in 2024. So obviously, some oligarch would love to have control of this entire company, and it looks like the government is going through the process of handing over the Leicester company to some other oligarch who can make money of it. Whether or not they will be involved in the development or change anything regarding the course of the company, we have no idea. We don't know. It's all a big fucking mystery. And I've been hearing rumors, stuff like Latias Forever is saying, basically they've gone out of their way to tell Russian bloggers to not talk about this. So they're not supposed to be discussing this. They're not supposed to be making articles about this. They want it kept quiet. And here it is. On top of bloggers afraid to comment news, and even some got politely notified not to discuss it, it's getting more and more obvious that this is a political case. And this happens right after the holders of Leicester announced its profit of 35 billion rubles. Yeah. Thus, many people assume it's just a typical racket when government want to steal profitable business from independent holders and transfer it to yet another oligarch to make him richer. Yes. And here says, Kova says, your friend was most likely owner will be forced to sell or paying some fines. Typical Eastern European government-sponsored racketeering. Yeah, that's
what else
that seems to be the case here. That seems to be the case here. Basically, government-enabled theft. So the TLDR is Leicester was doing too well. Leicester was making too much profit, and then they posted their profit numbers for 2024, and very soon after, well, turns out these things that Wargaming is doing is actually your fault, and you, the CEO, is actually an extremist because, well, this company you split from 3 years ago is doing these other things. So now you're gonna have to sell your entire company to this our government-friendly oligarch, Ivan Ivanovich, and he will now be in full control and be earning the profits in the future from your company. So that is the most probable outcome here. So that's basically the situation with what is happening on Leicester right now. Whether or not this will in any way affect the game, if it will affect people who play there, if it will affect, we don't know. It kind of...
That's right. Stay tuned for further updates till we find out what's going on. And damn, the game's been going on like pretty much 10 years now. 10, 11 years for crying out loud. So it'd be a shame.
Would make sense that the guys wouldn't directly get involved in the development, because I mean, right now it's a goose laying golden eggs. It would make sense that they don't get involved and they just basically start raking in the profits, because they're basically stealing the company from Leicester or from Leicester's CEO. But we don't really know what the outcome is. We don't really know what the outcome is. This is the most Russian thing. Yeah, I mean, it's just the modern Russia is. Yeah, I mean, I still remember my dad's stories of when he had to do business there, when they expanded into Russia and they had to pay protection money and stuff. I still remember those stories, and honestly, it looks like the entire country is regressing back into what it used to be. So it is what it is. Hasn't changed much. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like standard government enforced theft. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, but what you have to remember is during the breakup of the USSR, that's where the new setup through Yeltsin, Putin, et al., and the oligarchs came into play. So that's how they were. They changed over to a CIS, which is the Commonwealth independent states. And that was Belarus, Russia, and Ukraine. It was the three altogether. And then the U.S. under Clinton in 1994 gave a shitload of money to denuclearize, take away the nuclear arms that Ukraine had, providing security guarantees and protection for Ukraine in order to disarm their nuclear weapons. Which everything got sold in the black market. Everything from the former USSR, they get their hands on, they sold in the black market. It was helicopters, everything, and a lot more actually went on if you knew really what was going on at that time. But that's how you've got Putin in position now, and this is how a guy like Paul Manafort, that was the campaign manager during Trump 1.0 back in 2015, 2016, because his connection was Ukraine and the Russian puppet that was running Ukraine before Zelensky. So there's a lot of stuff going on that people around the world don't know. You hear stuff secondhand, third hand, fourth hand. You get your information off of social media like X and formerly Twitter and Facebook and TikTok, and you really got to check your sources. Got to check your sources.
That seems to be the state. Who thought Santa craze would attract the attention of Russian leaders? Indeed. They will have to change something in the future to justify the charge. I don't know. I mean, we'll keep track of it and we'll update as it goes. But the news coming out is obviously very little, because once again they've gone out of the way to make sure that people who would normally be posting about it, blogs and so forth, aren't.
Yeah, but here's the deal. If Lesta and operations are still based in Russia, I'll tell you right now, Lesta, they're screwed. No two ways about it. Now, where the servers for Russia and where the development team and the owner is, that's another story. And depending on where they are, they can be targeted as well. We'll just have to see what happens.
Talking about it, they don't want this discussed. They want it hush-hush. Basically, ownership moved from one person to a government-friendly person, who probably gives a nice little kickback to the state for this nice little gift that he's given. So, we don't know much. We don't know much yet. We know this, and we know that it's being tried to keep quiet because they don't want to talk about it. And obviously, Leicester themselves are very hesitant to post anything much about it because, well, being hit with extremism charges in Russia in its current state of that government is fucking terrifying. I can understand that they don't want to make waves, so to say, but hopefully we will get more information and more news, and I'll keep you guys posted what changes and what happens. Personally, I think monetization in Leicester will get worse now because the company make a lot. I don't know. I don't know. It does not necessarily. Like, not necessarily. Depends on. It's not no guarantee. But like the monetization on Leicester has actually gotten much more lenient than it used to be with Wargaming. Like, if you look at the two trajectories, Wargaming's monetization is completely insane compared to Leicester's monetization. That's why, as you can see, and that's probably why the popularity has gone up so much, and why it's getting so many more players, and in return, they potentially see a larger future in profits and so forth. But no guarantees. We don't even know who the company is going to get sold to. We don't know anything yet. We don't know how the case is going to advance. We don't know what they're going to do. But probable prediction is the CEO will be forced to sell, and there will be a new owner, and then we don't know what kind of policies will they enforce.
Well, the CEO will disappear. Who knows?
We don't
fall
know.
Out of a building
Keep you updated,
somewhere.
though. Yeah. What's the topic? Just went over. I'll post it on YouTube.
Post it on YouTube. Okay, we're gonna stop that. Let's check out the comments here. Yeah, just pushing a guy out of a hospital window or anywhere, building windows, saying the guy committed suicide is one of the #1 tactics. Or put a toxin on a park bench that, they go and sit on all the time, or the door handle at their home. That's another way they do things. And then the old car accident trick. Oh, I lost control, went over a bridge. Okay, so that's where we're at. That's where we're going to. So let's go to me. Where's me? There I am. Okay, so what we're going to do here now... Yeah, 'cause I should have turned on some lights. Some lights would help, wouldn't it? Well, you don't see from your end because I got special light on the camera to keep that lit up. But it's like a Gordon Lightfoot song. We call it Sundown. So we're going to get the game client up and running here. Z game client. And that's what we're going to do here right now. And loading her ups. Go back to the main screen. The main screen, folks. There we are. Okay. So that's the deal with Wargaming. Hopefully the game keeps going. But hey, you never know what's going to happen. But another thing Flamu made a very good and valid point was that Leicester, the original owners that operate out of Russia, or, from that side of Asia, Operation Dynamo. Anyways, they were actually really good at development of the game and keeping on top of rework like CVs and stuff like that. Like, they really knew their stuff, and the ships, etc., the mechanics and the secondaries of the different ships and everything else, and ballistics. And then because of the Russian war, we had to split, and then the Serbian group took over, and they had a huge development team at the beginning, but I don't think they just invested too much in the support at the beginning without knowing enough about their business. And so when they started knowing about the business, they got squeezed because their operating budget was too high for too long. So they did a lot of copy-paste stuff, and that's where the game's not as tight as it used to be. Not as tight. When you talk about RNG, it used to be, say, 1 out of 10 times. Now it's 4 out of 9 times or something like that. That's where we're at. That's where we're at. That's where we're going to. Stay where you're at, and we're coming to where you're to. Okay, so we're back on. Naval battles is on. Let me just double check. It is. Should we do a Russian cruiser? Yeah, let's do a Russian. You know I like Russian cruisers. I like the Russian cruisers. Yep, doodles. Yep. Damn! Yeah, see, there's the group said that too. Okay, where are we here? Here's the Petro. Come to Mazda. Hitting the battle button, and away we go. Questions, comments, throw in chat. Otherwise, remember, Bob is your uncle. Yes, that Bob. Yes, Bob. Big Bob. Big Bob. It's always Big Bob. You know that. Or you should know that by now. Yikes. Okay, what do we got going here? Freaking Facebook's still like a year behind. Same with YouTube. Freaking year behind. Holy moly. It'll be real-time monitoring or something. Okay, what do we got here? United States. We got a super ship. CV on each side. And that's the other thing. In this game, WG, which is Wargaming, which is World of Warships, supposed to be doing a CV remake, but your friggin' CVs are just friggin' OP. Mind you, I've always said, if you play a CV, you gotta be good at it. There's no doubt about it, but if you're good at it, you get an unfair advantage. Just saying. Been consistent with that message for a long, long time. Long, long time. Damn. Well, we gotta go A, help out A, but this is gonna be tricky. See, we'll see. See what these guys are gonna do. What's this guy? Lepanto. Lepanto. Signor Lepanto. Grazie, grazie. Okay. I gotta rearrange my setup. Gotta get the monitor a little closer. Got reading glasses for the fine print, but I gotta use it in this situation, which I shouldn't be, but still haven't set up the monitor distance properly. Just the way she is, folks. Yeah, there's a carcass over there. Can't get anything there. Oh, this friggin' Republic. Gotta watch out. This guy will hammer us. He will hammer us. Friggin'. He's showing up when he's behind an island. I'm landlocked, can't do a thing. Then disappears, and he's gonna come out in the open. We better be careful. Oh, we got a DD, Mr. Marcel. Mr. Marcel, come on, buddy. Gonna come out and play? No, he's not. See, oh, there's a freaking Yami right there, too. There's the Republic. There's a Yami. Come on. There we go, thank you. We had friggin' 2 hits, that's it. Friggin' yeah, he's gonna hit us. There's 6,300. We can't get fire on him. We got friggin' 3 non-pens and all that. And that's the other thing, yeah, the fire chance is way down on this ship. I should be at 6K with shells right now, only at 3K, so it's been really messed up for a long time. Let's see, where's this guy? This guy gonna come out for us? No, the Republic's gonna get us through the nose. Mr. Trump. Mr. Trump. Where the friggin' Yami get us from there? Holy moly. I only got a fire on something.
Союзники, передаю координаты важной цели.
Okay, nothing on this guy yet. Nothing on this guy yet.
Сфокусировать огонь на вражеском корабле.
Still, got him. Well done, buddy.
Хорошо сработали.
I think I better go over and get that Trump if I can. We just lost our Adriatical, so that's not a good sign. Yami's gonna need some help. I can't get that friggin' DD. Lost the Minotaur from the CV. Friedrich de Garage.
Союзники, сфокусировать огонь на цели.
Big friggin' ship. Yikes.
Калибра выведена из строя. Неполадки устранены.
Ziplanes, Val, ziplanes.
Пожарная тревога.
Friggin' double shit. Shit, double drops. Double drops. Unbelievable. Target range all over the place. One ship there and it can't keep a lock on. Bringing CVs all over.
Выдержите огнем. Пожарная
CV's
тревога.
gonna knock me out. Can't heal quick enough.
Торпеды прямо по курсу.
Big torpedoes missing. Just can't heal quick enough. Too much CV damage.
Команда противника
Lost too many
получила
guys. 2,
преимущество.
4, 5 guys down. They're down 1. 5-1. Yikes. Well, you know what they say? When in doubt, hit the big red button. Let's get back in there. Should have seen if somebody else was on. Who else is on? Nobody else. Everybody must be having dinner or something. It's odd time this time. Rainy days and Monday always get me high. Okay. That's whatever works for you. Now we gotta knock them off on each side, and this thing's Russian, and Russian's OP. No subs, so that's a good sign. Come on, let's update this thing. I'm gonna refresh it. Hopefully we don't lose our feed. Come on.
Бой начинается.
Huh, that's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a tough map. Those friggin' CVs too. Like Colombo, if he's got the ultimate upgrade, we're kind of screwed on that. We got a Vermont this side, that's good. Like Colombo with the ultimate upgrade, just friggin' punch right through my nose like his friggin' buddy. Now, the Vermont's got great range, excellent ballistics. The dispersion pattern on the shells are friggin' phenomenal. Those AP shells are friggin' phenomenal as well. Got no idea what's going on here, so we gotta wait and see here. There's Shimakaze up there. The Shima just keeps torping. Great torp boat. Already detected.
Всем удачи и 7 футов под Киев.
Planes coming, maybe that's why. The
Отбейте
planes,
авиатор.
boss. Mr. Austin. Why is nothing happening? How do you get turned like that all of a sudden? Not in that short a period of time. Give me a break, man. Holy crap, holy. Amnesia, don't take any of those torps, please. There's a CV. That might be a Trump. They got a Trump in there? Yeah, they got a Trump. So we've also got a hybrid friggin' DD that can shoot out planes, and he knows what he's doing. That can hurt too. So there's non-stop nonsense, folks. Just saying. So we get the Montana on the deck at
Союзники,
least.
передаю координаты важной цели.
Shouldn't have got hurt. I wonder if he got hurt by the planes. Okay, I got a fire going on the Montana. Thank you.
Поддержите огнем.
See if we can get another one on. How many planes are back?
В Киеве.
Is there more planes missing?
Запрашиваю огневую поддержку.
Friggin' non-pens. Friggin' broadside and using HE. Come on. Makes no sense.
Нужна разведка.
I go friggin' over. Give me a break. Ballistics are terrible these days.
Союзник.
I know,
Твоя
I
поддержка.
witnessed that. Second volley hit. Still 2 non-pens and 1 pen. This guy disappeared, so hopefully they'll still track, but we'll see. I tend not to. Montana's shooting, but somebody nailed the crap out of him. I don't know who got him.
Нужна огневая поддержка.
Somebody got him good. Okay, not a
Yeah.
bad hit. I got 5 pens on that guy. Could hit this Montana and get another fire on this lad. More blades, guys. More
Внимание,
blades.
передаю координаты цели.
Okay, we got fire going on. Zip planes, boys. Zip
Нужна
planes.
огневая поддержка.
Okay, we got fire on that lad. Montana's dead by the looks of it. Mr. Montana.
Нужна огневая поддержка.
Who's this for? Oh, Mr. Austin. Come on, Sheldon.
Разрази меня громко.
Cecilia. More planes. Need fighters over here. Yikes, look at the planes. $310. Give me a break.
Нужна разведка.
That's absolutely cruel.
Всем союзникам защищайте указанный корабль.
Fire finally, thank you very much. Another fire. Let's get another fire, lads. Come on. Right, shoot over like that. Brian Austin's gonna kill the Colombo. Come on. Nice toast, mother. Well done, lad.
Хорошо сработали.
Good job, Vanessa.
Вы что такое творите? Поддержите огнем.
Columbo's complaining. He's too far up there. It's his fault. Bugger.
Нужна помощь с ПВО.
Yeah, at least we've got a fire going in the lad. 4 pens and that's all we got? Holy crap. That's cruel, Ouija. Just cruel. Yikes. Where those 4 torps coming from? Combo's moving quick. Should get another head on.
Союзники, передаю координаты
Let's
важной
move.
цели.
Let's get rolling here. Come on. Come on. That hurt.
Да что это такое?
Come on, let's go. Where is this lad? Freaking disappeared on us. Come on, guns, get around. Let's get this other Austin. Come on, let's get around. Holy moly, these things are slow. We will see. We will see. We'll see. It was friggin' awesome to get all the way over there. Come on, guys, let's get around. Too late for these out. Oh, hopefully those track.
Нужна огневая поддержка.
No, they didn't. Always do the funky. Do the funky. So we're down 3, they're down 4. Green Knight wants to go friggin' turds.
Якорь мне в бухту.
Watch out for the Schlieffen. Mr. Schlieffen, come on, Andy, let's hit. Thank you. Oh, this friggin' guy disappears. So, should track, let's see what
Защищайте
happens.
указанный корабль.
5 overplays. Can you believe it? 5 overplays, not just a few. 5.
Хорошая работа. Нужна разведка.
I don't know if this track, we'll see. No, they did hit me. Got a ham sandwich for that. We'll take that, thank you. See if those hit. Yep, they hit. Cool. Two pins, one non-pin. 89 hits. Yeah, it was still low damage for that many hits. Still a titch low. There's the Nakamov, eh? Mr. Nakamov. Sailing, good job.
Отличный бой. Торпеды прямо по курсу.
Watch out for exhaust.
Пожарная тревога.
Too many guys.
Неполадки устранены.
Okay, we need some planes to friggin' get the targets,
5 минут
but
до конца боя.
can't do it this way.
Сконцентрировать огонь на указанной цели.
Undetected.
Торпеды прямо по курсу.
Okay, it fell short. What the frig? Shells friggin' go nowhere. And he manages to hit me. Mine friggin' just fall into friggin' wasteland. And he can see me. Nice. Makes no sense.
Пожарная тревога. Торпеды прямо по курсу. Неполадки устранены.
God, the friggin' shell's falling short like that. Unbelievable. Come on. Not much you can do there, folks. Narkomov was a good player. He knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. Mr. Montana, what's his name? Doesn't show up. Normally don't, but why not? Okay. So how's the light? It's got enough light. I don't have enough light, but that's okay. I can still do one more. Okay, let's get an event pass. What am I going to the dockyard for? Let's jump down. I got nothing there. Okay, hit the wrong button, that's why. Claim rewards, get the rewards. Z rewards, monsieur. Okay, 3 days of premium and 5 containers. Thank you kindly. Okay, let's go back in one more game. Then I'm gonna have something to eat. One last game. 2 new guys on. I don't know if we're going naval battles or not. Let's check it out, see where we're at. See if I got anything. Without a win, you're pretty much SOL. Maybe. May have gotten one. Yeah, got one. Okay, cool. Heading back in. This will be the last one for now, and then maybe we'll try and get on later. I'm not exactly sure. Tomorrow for sure, though. Tomorrow we will be back on. Okay. I haven't had a sub tonight, which is kind of refreshing. A couple of CVs, which are a royal pain in the ass, I'll tell you. Especially that last one. If he had done some spotting, I could have taken out that one Austin. Might have given us more time, might not have given us the game, but you never know. Because the Shimmer, the only other hope was the Shimmer was get the other Austin, because without him spotting it, I couldn't get the guy. And the guy was in the Austin, can see me. I couldn't see him. And he'll definitely burn up my ship. Okay, so we got arms race. I'm gonna go to the 2 line. Over to the 2 line, folks. Incomparable's heading the other way, so. Got 4 DDs though. Should be able to get something. Depends. Not all of them are great for getting the target. One thing, I'm not a good DD player, so I cannot give any advice as far as DD playing. Trust me on that one. One good thing about this game, though, the graphics are excellent. Graphics are excellent. Superb. Absolutely wonderful. rudder.
Хорошо, конечно.
So we can finish him off. Be close. Done.
Первая кровь. Вражеский эсминец уничтожен.
Got lucky, got an early kill on the Schultz. Should have done more damage for the number of hits, though. This is my main beef with this war game.
Нужна разведка. Нужна разведка.
Go after this other DD. He's Yamagiri. Why those shells not hit the friggin' Illinois? Come on. Give me a break. That's it. Trying to get fire on something. That's cool. It's barbecue time. Lilo and Stitch. It looks like a freaking good, cool movie. And we got the DD out
Союзники,
here.
прикрывайте указанную цель. Торпеды справа по борту.
Annapolis has radar as well. It's not gonna hit the wind flash shot. Oh shit, track, okay. Oh, we got torps coming.
Торпеды прямо по
Yeah,
курсу.
Gary is.
Торпеды прямо по курсу.
Come on, buddy. Ah, fuck. Oh my god. There's the Yamagiri. Mr. Yamagiri.
Торпеды по левому борту.
4, 5. They're only down 2. That's not good. Not good at all, folks. Come on, guns, get on.
Команда
Oh, we
противника
lost
получила
another one.
преимущество.
Losing them awfully quick. We only lost 2, we're down 6. Kirby's coming.
Торпеды прямо по курсу.
Thanks, buddy. Big DD. Damn, freaking sitting me there. I'm gonna Stalingrad. Yikes. Friggin' planes, plane glass. Friggin' good and good planes.
Команда противника близка к победе.
More planes, guys. What friggin' bad guys. Shucks. I'm still friggin' sitting too. Good ballistics on this Stalingrad. That game one was overall too quick. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Can't do too much, folks. Red Lip Classic? I don't know. That's a friggin' odd name. You gotta friggin' give these guys 10 points for creativity, that's for sure. Okay, that's it for that. Okie dokie. Okay, let's grab some daily containers. You can see what we've got, plus the other ones we got. So let's collect our daily. Okay, there we go. Let's open all containers. You can see what we get for this so far. Okay, no duplicates this time. Good, excellent. Excellent. Okay, so there we go. So we're going to cut out for now. We'll be back late. Well, maybe not tonight. Tomorrow for sure. And thanks for watching. Love and peace to everyone. Take care. Ciao for now.